This video discusses supervised and unsupervised machine learning. Supervised learning uses labeled training data to learn a function that maps inputs to outputs. Unsupervised learning is used when only input data is available, with the goal of modeling underlying structures or distributions in the data. Common supervised algorithms include decision trees and logistic regression, while common unsupervised algorithms include k-means clustering and dimensionality reduction. Machine learning is a subfield of computer science that explores the study and construction of algorithms that can learn from and make predictions on data. Such algorithms operate by building a model from example inputs in order to make data-driven predictions or decisions, rather than following strictly static program instructions. Types of machine learning: supervised learning, unsupervised learning. Supervised learning is the task of inferring a function from labeled training data. The training data consist of a set of training examples. In supervised learning, each example is a pair consisting of an input object and a desired output value. A supervised learning algorithm analyzes the training data and produces an inferred function. Supervised learning process flow. Supervised learning process: 2 steps. Learning, training. Learn a model using the training data. Testing, test the model using unseen test data to assess the model accuracy. Accuracy equals no of correct classification / total no of test cases. Supervised learning problems can be further grouped into regression and classification problems. Classification: a classification problem is when the output variable is a category, such as red or blue, or disease and no disease. Regression: a regression problem is when the output variable is a real value, such as dollars or weight. List of common supervised machine learning algorithms: decision trees, k-nearest neighbors. Linear SVC, support vector classifier, logistic regression, linear regression. Advantages of supervised learning: it allows you to be very specific about the definition of the labels. You are able to determine the number of classes you want to have. The input data is very well known and is labeled. The results produced by the supervised method are more accurate. Disadvantages of supervised learning: supervised learning can be a complex method. Supervised learning needed a lot of computation time for training. If you have a dynamic, big and growing data, you are not sure of the labels to predefine the. Unsupervised learning is where you only have input data, X, and no corresponding output variables. The goal for unsupervised learning is to model the underlying structure or distribution in the data in order to learn more about the data. These are called unsupervised learning because, unlike supervised learning above, there is no correct answers and there is no teacher. Algorithms are left to their own devices to discover and present the interesting structure in the data. Unsupervised learning. Unsupervised learning problems can be further grouped into clustering and association problems. Clustering: a clustering problem is where you want to discover the inherent groupings in the data, such as grouping customers by purchasing behavior. Association: an association rule learning problem is where you want to discover rules that describe large portions of your data, such as people that buy X also tend to buy Y. List of common supervised machine learning algorithms: k-means clustering, KNN, k-nearest neighbors, dimensionality reduction, hierarchical clustering. Advantages of supervised learning: less complexity in comparison with supervised learning. It is often easier to get unlabeled data. Takes place in real time such that all the input data to be analyzed and labeled in the presence of learners. Disadvantages of supervised learning: you cannot get very specific about the definition of the data sorting and the output. Less accuracy of the results. The results of the analysis cannot be ascertained.